very reason that we explained here for quite a while. It gives you a sense of being in the center of something very dramatic and exciting and interesting. If any of you are gloom passers-oners, stop it. You're getting a false sense of self out of that. And you know that your fear of something, listen to this, and boy, you'll have to see this 10 miles deep. Your fear of something is what attracts it. Yeah. Have any of you ever been afraid of meeting the wrong person of the opposite sex in your life? Ever been afraid of that, you know? Don't you know that your fear of that is what attracted him? Because your fear is a part of the lack of clarity of your mind. So you can't understand yourself or that other person. And so you attracted, your unconscious fear attracted the very thing you wanted to avoid. A clear mind won't attract confusion. Only a confused mind will attract that man, that woman who's confused and who you get into trouble with. And who you hurt too, because you're both on the same level of confusion. Yes.
You once mentioned about talking or speaking from a state rather than from thought.
Go ahead.
Would you go into that?
Yeah, it's an alternation of thought and no thought. I'm quite freely using thought right now in one way. You know what the thought is? The thought is I speak the English language, and that's the words I'm speaking to you in right now. So memory is certainly operating right at this very second that I'm talking to you. But another thing is also going on at the same time that the mechanical memorized part is going on. I'm turning my attention right now back to me right now. I'm aware of the expression on my face, where my hands are. I can hear the sound of my voice. I am aware that I am letting mechanicalness run on. That can never be negative when you know that you're being mechanical. See, that is proper mechanicalness. Otherwise we couldn't speak the English language to each other, could we? So the two can go on at once. It's when we're unconsciously mechanical that we get negative. So be very, very watchful. I've told you many times, as a practice right in this class, when you ask a question, listen to yourself talk and ask the question. And you'll see all sorts of things that you have been told about. For example, you may catch yourself, this little stunt of starting to talk, and then you run out of something, you pause, and I think you're through, so I start in, then you remember it, the stop and start idea. And you'll see that you're doing that. And you'll be able, through your own understanding of it, to stop it. You'll speak, and when you're really through with the thought, you'll stop. Or, if you're real smart, if you're a compulsive talker, and if you're a compulsive thinker, you'll be a compulsive talker, whether you are or not, because you may be suppressed and afraid to talk. You can begin to see that you want to talk, and you'll deliberately stop yourself, which will give you an awakening shock, won't it? Any compulsive talkers in the room? Any compulsive thinkers in the room? Any compulsive emotionalizers in the room?
About compulsive non-question askers.
Yes. And you're almost one of them.
Yeah.
Let's see the compulsive non-question askers. You're getting as bad as I am. Fred, you have something?
Yeah, as a secondary cause, I was thinking that another person's knowledge and position causes a great deal of fear in me.
Say that again.
Okay, a person's knowledge and their position. The example I'm thinking of is other people that I work with. I see that at times in practical work that I actually have a fear. If I don't know how to do something, someone else does, it starts off a whole bunch of fear thoughts. I'm going to lose my job or
Yes. Yeah.
whatever. And I had the thought that apparently that's exactly what I do with this knowledge. And the thought just occurred to me as we were going along that I'm doing the very same thing. In other words, I'm trying to build build a person out of the knowledge that I get from this class, and I use that to do battle, I guess, ego competition with these other people.
To keep Fred going.
Yeah.
Right. That was very well expressed, yes. Why don't some of you who don't speak up defy that 50-foot idol and speak up? And if you're lucky, if you're real lucky, you'll ask a dumb, stupid question and you'll hear groans from the audience and a reprimand from the teacher. Wouldn't that be valuable to you? Huh? Or you want to play it safe so that we'll assume you're smart? We're not assuming it.
Since you're taught, I don't have any questions. You telling me how not to do it, I don't get no questions. Oh, no, I don't understand.
That explained a lot when you said how we like gloomy news, world news, any kind of gloomy news, is that all our suppressed fears we can let out in those, which we otherwise don't show. We can wallow in and show all our fears, which are otherwise hidden.
Yes. We love to feel our emotions.
It seems to me that every day you have to choose this work in small ways, and today in a very large way I had to choose it. But every day you have to make the decision
Yes.
for it.
Eventually it'll come down to every hour, won't it? Then every minute, then every second, won't it?
Yeah.
Won't it? You have to choose every second whom you will serve. That steel idol out there or the truth itself. Until the time comes when you see there's not even a you to serve the truth. As long as you think there's a you to serve the truth, you're serving the idol.
But when you choose it, every time, every time that you do, you gain a little strength from
Yes,
it.
I should say you do, and this is what we're trying to do. Is to get 1 ounce of strength a day, extra, added strength a day. The thing the devil fears most is you doing what you don't want to do by working in any one of these hundreds of ways you've been told. That's the one thing the devil fears most of all. You putting these things into practical application every day, every hour, every minute. And it is your duty, absolute duty, to make the devil afraid. Do you know why? Because in no other way will you become conscious of the hold he has on you. Do you remember I said you must live with fear? Live with it.